Okay, this is my audience. This is where I'm going to be standing for my speech. Okay. Have you ever passed something so strange that you had to stop and take a picture of it? Upstate New York is full of these unique shops and attractions that are hidden far from the Manhattan tourist crowd. I've always loved discovering small and unusual places, and these attractions opened a honey hole of experiencing travel in a different way for me. On this trip, I will walk you through 3 unforgettable stops in upstate New York. First, the world's smallest church in Oneida shows how small places have big impressions. Second, the giant garden gnome in Kerhonkson proves that even a vegetable garden can be absolutely magical. Last, the Jell-O Gallery Museum in Leroy transforms dessert into a nostalgic time machine. The world's smallest church in Oneida is a record-breaking chapel that leaves a huge impression. This church is known as the smallest non-denominational church in the entire world. It is only large enough for 2 people and can only be accessed by rowboat or paddle. It's literally on a tiny pond. According to the World Record Academy, it measures just 51 by 82 inches and floats peacefully on that tiny little pond and only fits 2 people. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Trees are surrounding the area with still water, a little dangerous, but it makes it a serene place to take a stop at. Despite the church size, it serves a meaningful function for many visitors. The church still hosts weddings to this day, and couples travel from all across the state to tie the knot in this tiny little house of worship. It may be small, but it creates a memory that lasts forever, especially for the newlyweds. The minimalism aesthetic reflects a deep charm that appeals to travelers looking for peace and novelty. The experience of visiting this church encourages reflection and curiosity for travelers. Visitors have reported a calming sense when approaching the attraction. The church symbolizes the idea that spiritual or emotional experiences do not need grand or luxury buildings. It is often shared in travel blogs and photo galleries as a favorite hidden gem to stop at in upstate New York. Once you love Oneida, the next step lifts your spirits in a completely different way with a smiling, oversized lawn gnome. Weird, right? The giant garden gnome of Kerhonkson greets visitors with size, whimsy, and charm. Standing more than 13 feet tall, this gnome towers over its visitors. He is located in Kelder's Farm, a friendly family farm in the Hudson Valley. This gnome is affectionately called Noam Chomsky, as a pun intended towards the linguist Noam Chomsky. It is one of the tallest gnome statues in the entire world and was previously recognized by Guinness World Records. The gnome is just one part of an interactive and entertaining experience. Around him, families can enjoy fruit picking, a corn maze, and mini golf. The gnome has become the unofficial mascot of the family farm and attracts tourists every season. He offers an opportunity for fun photos and childlike wonder. The giant garden gnome represents itself and Roadside kitsch at its finest. It captures the quirky, playful side of American travel while also capturing your childlike behaviors. His oversized grin only makes you want to smile even more. It truly serves no practical function other than just pure delight. Travelers often find themselves moved by the statue's presence. There's something both silly and sincere about the statue itself. This attraction reminds visitors to open up, experience travel in a new way, live a little, laugh a little, take life less seriously. For children and adults alike, it is the most memorable stop of the day. After laughing with the gnome, we turn to a dessert that is wobbly sweet and a huge part of American food history. The Jell-O Gallery Museum in Leroy is a nostalgic trip into gelatin's jiggly past. Y'all like that pun there? Pun intended? This museum is located in the town where Jell-O was invented in 1897. Apologies. Genesee County's tourism celebrates the museum as one of its top quirky attractions. The museum showcases Jell-O molds, advertisements, and collectibles that span over an entire century. In a modest red brick building, it's tucked away like a sweet little treat. This museum turns something ordinary into something almost unforgettable. The museum turns absolutely everything in there actually unforgettable, and it's unordinary. You can see Jell-O flavors that were discontinued, like celery and Italian salad. Sounds pretty gross, right? But it's amazing to look at. These photos booths and gift shops and trivias about Jell-O's role in American pop culture are well worth the stop. The experience makes people smile, laugh, and go home with an unforgettable experience just due to the hospitality from the staff and the fun and how well curated it is. Extremely organized place. Jell-O in this context has become an American pop culture icon. The museum teaches how advertising in the 20th century shaped American household cooking. It connects childlike memories, family dinners, and marvelous trends all in one exhibit. It is unexpectedly informative, but extremely goofy at the exact same time. The museum may be lighthearted, but it is extremely meaningful to everyone that stops there. Mike Harvey describes the experience as hidden, surprising, and extremely joyful. Many visitors claim that they walked in laughing and walked out learning. It gives the traveler a new appreciation for small things that we overlook day to day. New York's best surprises may be hiding far away in the big city and the beautiful skyline, but they are just as breathtaking to be in as the presence it would be to be in Times Square, looking at the ball drop. This particular bizarre attraction, speaking about the Jell-O factory, makes a case for taking a scenic route, maybe the church, maybe the Gnome. Whatever it may be, it's worth taking the scenic route. Onita's floating church proves that size doesn't define meaning or eternity or anything that has to do with emotional and spiritual presence. Kerhonksy's Gnome invites us to unleash our inner child, laugh, and be silly again. Leroy's Jell-O Museum connects generations through dessert and childhood nostalgia. These oddball attractions are not just distractions. They've invited us to slow down and enjoy travel in a new way. So next time you're behind the wheel, remember that the best parts of a journey may be the ones that weren't planned or on the map.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.